Hey y'all, hey, I'm Ashley, and this is For Dizzy Birds. On this channel, we use a zero-based budget, cash stuffing, and savings challenges to actually make saving fun. If you're new to our channel, I'll tell you, my husband and I both work full-time. We have two awesome boys, two crazy corgi pups, and a new fur kitty, and a life that never slows down. So staying on top of our money has to be simple and attainable. We have big goals to get out of debt, to get ahead on our bills, and to totally transform how we think about money. If you're also ready to take control of your finances one paycheck at a time and maybe have a little fun doing it, you're in the right place. In today's video, we're going to be taking care of our emergency fund, our month ahead, and we're going to actually talk a little bit more about the plans for the rest of the year. So grab your favorite drink, your favorite snack, and let's get to it. Hey y'all, happy Saturday if I'm lucky, possibly Sunday, depending on when this video actually gets posted. Just a little bit of an update in our life. Mr. Finn is doing great. He's recovering well, no issues whatsoever. He's been back to school all week and doing just fine. He's completely forgot that he had anything done to his ears at all. We're just finishing up doctor's orders on medicines and things like that. So he's doing very well. On the other hand, my grandfather has been in the hospital for several weeks and is back today with something serious going on. So that's part of the reason why I'm not sure when this video is going to go up, because I have to get out to the hospital. So I wanted to go ahead and get everything filmed for the week. And it'll just kind of depend on how the day goes, whether you see this on Saturday and Sunday. But I never want to miss an opportunity to film and to talk with you guys and to just stay consistent on what we're doing. So we're going to do that. I want to give you, we are going to do our emergency fund. We're getting very close to filling this tracker up, which is exciting. But before we do that, let's talk about our plans for savings this week. So after our paycheck came in, I was able to go in and do the budget. And this is the page that tells us what we're doing for savings. So as always, we're putting aside the non-negotiable 160 and 50 that have to do with our camper payment, and our camper storage. Our mandatory $50 for the emergency fund. And just, spoiler alert, I have something to tell you about that here in just a second as well. But let's look over here at our savings challenges. We had about $300 left after all our bills and our non-negotiable sinking funds were taken care of. And that allowed us to put these amounts into savings challenges. So that's what we will be doing in videos this week. So we do have our $30 for a month ahead, our 60 and 30 for minis and tinies. And this is week 3 of November. So we have this week and next week to finish up the s'mores binder and the fall into savings. So we do have the 15 and 20 there. And then I was able to put an additional 145 aside for Christmas. So we are going to be stuffing our Christmas probably actually in this video today, just the way everything is getting grouped together. And I'm just making that decision right now, if you can't tell. So when you see this video posted, it'll say Christmas savings, and it's going to also have our month ahead and our emergency fund in it. So that's how that's going to work. This week we ended up with a total of 300, as I said, for savings challenges, and then our 50 for emergency fund. So we're happy with that. That's a good amount to put aside for 1 week. And again, this will be the last 2 stuffings for this, for s'mores and fall into savings. And once we're done with those 2, we will be wrapping those binders up. All right, so let's talk emergency fund. Let's go ahead and take care of that. We have our $50, so we do need to color in 5 of our little friends here, which is exciting. As you know, if you've been watching my videos, this tracker indicates everything that we have been saving towards emergency funds since the start. Our goal was $1,000. This whole page represents $1,000. This tracker is in my shop, in my Etsy and my Ko-fi shop. Sorry, someone's calling. I imagine I'm going to get a lot of phone calls as we're preparing to get out to the hospital. But we're going to try to get this done. All right, so this is in my shop. That's what I was saying. If you'd like it, it comes with an A5 and an A6 tracker. It's a printable. So if you're interested in tracking your emergency fund or any savings you want to do with that, you can find that in my shop. We try to put at least $50 aside, and our goal is to get to $1,000. Now, this tracker tells us we have gotten close to saving $1,000 total, but in the recent past, we had a washing machine repair that we had to pay for, and so it depleted the work we had done. And then we got started back again. Well, guess what? Guess what, y'all? The universe is just giving us all it can. It's throwing everything at us. Yesterday morning, my husband was going to put a load into the washer, and it's not working again. So we have made an appointment for the repair man to come back out. He's not going to be able to come out for like 11 days, which is horrible. So we're back in the boat with no washer and no idea how much it's going to cost us to get it fixed. So, anyways, once again, we are probably looking at our emergency fund getting depleted, but we're going to keep doing this tracker because we want to keep a record of everything that we have saved towards our emergency fund and kind of a memory of, well, that's what it's for, right? Is to spend it when we have emergencies like that. And thankfully, we have it to take care of those kinds of things that pop up. Now, does that mean we stop saving towards it, or is our goal no longer 1,000? No, our goal is still 1,000, and we will keep going. And I will start a new tracker once we fill this one in, and we will just go from there. That's what we're gonna have to do. That's what life is all about. It's just picking up and keep on going, right? So yeah, so that darn washing machine, I don't know if y'all have the same experience with washing machines, but my husband and I feel like we have replaced so many washing machines, a couple of dryers, and we're spending a lot of money on these washers when we buy them. And we're taking care of them and everything that we're supposed to do, but they just seem to no matter what brand we buy, they I don't know if we're just cursed with washing machines or if there's something else going on there, but we have definitely had to go through this. And typically if something goes wrong, I just replace it because I find that the repair ends up costing more. And I thought this last time, no, I'll repair it. It's definitely cheaper than a new washer, but now that it's broken again and is likely to incur another repair cost similar to the previous one, now at this point we could have bought a new one for the same amount of repairing it twice. So a little frustrating, not going to lie, but hey, what are you going to do? Nothing. That's what you're going to do. You're going to hopefully have your emergency fund saved up, and you're going to be able to take care of those little surprises as they come up. So now, you may have noticed I'm not saving anything for debt this week. Haven't for a bit, and that is mostly because we had to take into account that that Christmas is coming, and we need to prioritize that because we absolutely do not want to incur new debt for Christmas. So it is what it is. We did have our $245 for our snowball put aside for this month, which is our minimum for our debt payment. So okay, emergency fund is taken care of. Oh, what's hiding under here? Oh, yes, 25 days of savings. If you haven't already, this is the freebie that I put in the Ko-fi shop for 600 subbies. Thank you, by the way, for that. That's amazing. We will be starting this on this channel on December 1st. It's kind of sort of like an advent calendar. There's 25 different tasks that you can do. Some of them are related to Christmas. Some of them are related to, good budgeting, savings, debt payoff, things like that. But you pick a day and a task, and you save that amount, and we're going to see how much we save at the end of those 25 days. So if you haven't already grabbed that, get over to the Ko-fi shop and grab that up, and we'll be playing that in December. All right. Up next on today's video, our weird little mismatch of things is our month ahead. I think this one's become my favorite one to watch the progress. If you haven't seen it before, we're basically using the snowball method to save for 1 month ahead on 10 of our fixed household expenses. Okay, so we have 10 categories, 2 of which we've already paid or fully funded. So basically 10 envelopes, $30 each week. I put $3 in each envelope. Now, once an envelope becomes fully funded, we no longer put the $3 in there and we move it into the next envelope. So this is a total of $3 and $6 that then gets added to the very next envelope on top of the $3 it normally gets. So this envelope, third envelope in line, is getting $9 each week. And every envelope after that is getting $3 each week. So some of these, and they go from smallest to largest. So as these get filled in, more money goes to the next envelope, and it sort of snowballs in that way. So becoming one of my favorite ones to do, because this method seems like a slow build, but it actually picks up speed pretty quickly. All right, so for internet, that's our first one. We need to put in, let me get this organized here. We need to put in our $3 for the first envelope. We need to put in our $3 for the second envelope, and then we need to put the $3 that is owed to this envelope. So a total of $9 going in today to this envelope. And we're going to see how much we have in this envelope so far. All right, so in internet, our goal is 100. Each icon is 5. So far, we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 87, 89, 91, 92, 93, and 94. So if I take my little calculator over here, and no judgment, 94 divided by 5 means we should have 18 colored in. 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, and 18. That means we do get to color in one today, and that is exciting. Oh, we love it when we get to color in an icon. And look how close. We are now only a few icons away from finishing this up. And, you know, that basically means we should be finishing this one next week if I'm doing my math correctly, which I would not bet my life on. All right, now, spoiler alert, the rest of the envelopes should have the same amount in them, and they're all going to get the same amount. They're going to get their $3, and that will be what they have total. Each envelope will have the same. So 20, 30, 32, 34, 35, and 36. 36 divided by 5 means we should have 7 colored in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We do actually get to color in one today. This one is the same. It's a monthly goal of $100 for our gas, which is like for heating and cooking. And we are well on our way there. And once we finish that internet envelope, it will get that extra money. All right, up next, pest control, the same thing. So we know that we should have 7 colored in, because we should have the same amount in each envelope now. And the goal for this one is the same. So we can check 20, 30, 32, 34, 35, and 36. And we know we need to color in one new icon here. And we are done with pest control for this week. All right, up next is subscriptions. Same goals, same amount per icon. So we're going to be in the same boat with this one. Grab our $3. 20, 30, 32, 34, 35, and 36. And we were going to color in that 7th icon then. All right, rocking and rolling. Okay, now our next envelope for electricity has a higher amount, so each icon is worth more. So we'll have to, now the same amount will go in and the same amount will be in the envelope, but we'll have to do our math on the icons. 20, 30, 32, 34, 35, and 36. So at 36 divided by 9 means we should have 4 colored in. And wow, we are just having an icon coloring day. It means we get to color in one here. And we've completed a full row on electricity. So as you see, these amounts are getting higher. This one is also 180, so it will be the same. We need a $3 in there. And counting, we should have 36, 20, 30, 32, 34, 35, and 36. And with each icon being $9, that means we get to color in 4. All right, City of OKC, that's our water and trash. Moving on to storage. This one's a different amount. This is storage for the camper, $200 a month. We're going to go ahead and grab our $3. Check to make sure we have 20, 30, 32, 34, 35, and 36. With 36, I can do the math on this one. Divided by 10 for each icon. That means we should only have 3 colored in. We do not get to color in an icon today. All right, and last one. This one's the really yucky one. This is $360 for cell phones. We're going to grab the last $3 and put that in and verify that we have our 36, 20, 30, 32, 34, 35, and 36. 36 divided by 18. Not as confident in that one. Ooh, means exactly 2 icons. So we are finally coloring in a second icon for cell phones. All right. And that wraps up our month ahead binder for this week. Now, when we hit the end of the month and we have our syncing, or we do our save to sync folder and see if we had any minis or tinies allocated to month ahead, we're able to go back in here and do a boost, and you get to see a lot more growth. But ultimately, $30 a week is perfectly fine and a good speed to do that. So, hope you guys are enjoying that as much as I am, because I really, really am enjoying watching that grow. All right, so in today's final piece, we need to do our Christmas savings. We had, according to our monthly or our weekly planning plan, our savings plan, goodness gracious, $145 going into Christmas. And this is where we're keeping all the money that we have saved for Christmas here in this, so that we can tell how much this book saved us. This comes from Rock's Budgets. It's a digital download. I have been having a great time saving with this little book. You guys should check it out. I know she still has it in her shop, but it is just an awesome way to save a large amount for Christmas. Also, if you're interested, I also created a Christmas box challenge, and I have that in my Ko-fi and Etsy shop. I'm not going to be using that until the start of next year, because we're going to be using it for 2026 Christmas. We're going to do it throughout the year. But in case you're interested in doing a Christmas box challenge for December this year, it's already up in the shop. So check it out if you're interested. All right, so for this, we have 12 different categories. So we need our 12-sided die, and I believe that's this one, yes. We have some that are completed, so if we hit one that's completed, we will just pick a different page to work on. We are not counting our money until the end, so it will be a nice surprise. So let's just get to it. All right, so up first is page number 7. I do believe this is one we have completed. It is Roll and Save with Rudolph, so let's roll again. And let's go to number 10. We haven't finished this one. Why don't we go ahead and see about finishing that out? We're headed to Christmas word search. Each word is $5. So what do you say we just go ahead and find those two? So we're looking for gift. Found it. All right, $5. And miracle. Miracle. Be a miracle. If I can find this, I can find it. Wonder if, oh, there it is. It was hiding backwards. That one would have been tricky. Okay, let's grab a 10, put that 5 back. All right, $10 going into Christmas word search, and that one's all done. So now if we roll a 10, we can pick a different one. All right, that's technically a 3. Where does that take us? 3, 2. Christmas roll and save. We do need to do some work on this one. On this one, what we do is we take these 2 dice. We'll say green across the top, red down. Green is a 6, red is a 1, and we need our scratcher. All right. So under this spot is a 3. Let's go to the right page here. So we're putting it in the right spot, and go ahead and put that 3. 1, 2, and 3. How's y'all's Christmas planning coming? 6 and 2 we've already done. 2 and 6 we've already done. Let's just roll again. We have almost got all right. Green across the top is 2. 6, we've already got that one. All right, 5 and 2. 2 and 5. All right. 4 and 1. We do need this one. We got all our almost all of our decorations up and ready. Since we are hosting this year, I like to do it up a little bit more, and we've got our 7 trees up. Well, actually 6. The boys have 1 more to put up today, but I'm letting them take care of that. You know what? This rolling is not working. Let's just go ahead and grab another one. Let's do this one. We have gotten it. So, oh, it's a good old 5. That's a nice number right there. Let's put this 5 back and grab a 10. All right, let's do one more. But as far as Christmas shopping, ooh, 6, even spicier. Even spicier. All right. I haven't gotten any Christmas shopping done at all. So I'm not gonna worry about that yet. We're okay. But it's definitely I need to get my booty in gear. All right, let's grab these little shavings. Okay, Christmas gingerbread delights. Is getting close, but still has a little work to do. So we're gonna just start here and roll a 6-sided dice. All right, we're gonna go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a 3. So we'll grab 3 here. 1, 2, and 3. I'm really excited to find out how much this book saved us. I think it's going to be a good save. And because I really need to get our Christmas shopping going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so that's a 1. And it's easy enough. We're taking all these small ones out. It's going to leave us with the big ones, isn't it? All right, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, again, another 1. That's definitely not going to help much. All right, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another 1. That's hilarious. Okay. Oh my goodness. Another 1. This little birdie's just going out $1 at a time. $1 at a time. Let's go one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that's a 5 at least. That's a little better. All right. 5, and then I think we'll call that good for this turn. Let's see. Go ahead and trade in this 5 and 5 ones for a 10. Trying to keep these condensed down. These envelopes are starting to get pretty thick. All right, let's see where we're going next. We're going to number 7. That one's already completed. Number 9, I believe, is as well, but we'll double check. Yeah, 9 is cookies and milk. 5 is definitely completed. Goodness. No, it isn't. 5 is our festive lights. I'm glad we checked. All right. So we'll go to festive lights. And let's roll a 6-sided. Let's roll 2 6-sided dice. Okay, 6 and a 5. So that's a purple and a yellow. Yes, purple and a yellow. And get my little purple and yellow out here. How are y'all doing on your Christmas shopping? I've got ideas and plans, and I do have one gift that was purchased because it was time sensitive. But outside of that, I have done nothing. And I know with the boys, you know, they're into like video games and you know, that's really all they do. And so I don't know that there's going to be a whole lot to purchase outside of that kind of stuff. So it might not be actually that difficult for me to take care of Christmas shopping, but I don't know. Oh, what am I doing? We're gonna not do that because this is also our catch-all that we need to leave available to us. All right, so going to 2 is Gingerbread Delights again. All right, we'll start again right here. And let's roll a dice. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's a 3. Get over here to Gingerbread Delights. 1, 2, and 3. We're getting very close on this one. 4. Where's one that hasn't been done? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that's a 9. Now that'll do it. That'll do it. Let's put 1 back. Oh, we can't do that. Oh, let's put this 1 and this 10 back and grab a 20. All right. And let's go again. All right. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 2. All right. I think we'll call that probably good for this turn. Let's go see what other page we can take care of. 3 is our Christmas roll and save, which the roll and save thing is not really going well for us. So let's just pick some. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. How about $3? Can do it. And let's go down here. Another 3, so we're at 6. All right, and let's go here. Another 6. Okay. All right. So, $12 total. $12 going into that one. Let's roll and see where we head up. Okay, 6 I think is already done. Yes. 5 is not. Festive lights. Let's go to our cute little cow. Let's roll our 2 dice. 2 and 2, which is green. That is green. So we can do that. I don't think we've had any greens. We have? Oh, yes, we have. We've had one little green. One little green guy. 2 and 2. And finish that off for $4 in festive lights. And let's put 1 back and grab that 5. Okay. Off to the next page. We are getting really close, y'all. 9. I think that one is done. Yep, that's cookies and milk. 2 is the gingerbread, if I'm correct. Yep. Trying to get this one done. All right. Starting back here at the 1, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Move forward 2 spots. 1, 2. All right. That's a 7. So we're going to cross this guy off and we're going to grab 7 for gingerbread delights. 5, 6, and 7. Cross him off. Y'all, we're getting really close. Okay. 2, 1, and 2. So how about another 1? Move our little birdie up there. All right. And let's go one more time. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. Take that. And let's see here. We have a 5. Let's put that back for a 10. And then let's do, see here. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Not quite. Can we go to a 20 yet? All right. We're getting down there. Let's go ahead and roll and find another page. We are getting very close on Gingerbread Delights. I think 10 is done. It is. Yep, that's the word search that we just finished. 5 is our lights again. I'm going to leave this one alone, guys, because it really is our roll and say or our catch-all. Let's do 2 again. All right, I think we're trying to finish up Gingerbread Delights here. And let's see, what do we even have left? We have a cookie, add $5, 2 for 7, 7 and 8. Let's see, if we add 5 plus 2, that's 7, 7 plus 14, and 15. That's an even 15. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're putting 5 back, grabbing this 20, and we're going to go ahead and cross off and finish Gingerbread Delights. And that one is all wrapped up with a pretty little bow. All right, so now we can say 2 is done. Let's see, 8 is done, I believe. We're getting really close. 10 is done. 3 is the scratch off. We do need to do some more work on that one. So let's scratch away. All right. Okay, this one is a 1. Easy enough. All right. 1 it is. Let's go down here, a 4. Let's do 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, another 4. Let's put 1 back and grab this last 5. This way. North Pole is 2. All right, 1 and 2. Now we'll call that good, but let's see if we have $20 so that we can, yeah, we definitely do. Put some of these back. 10, 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll grab that 20. Envelopes are getting very thick, so I'm glad we are getting very close to time to count this and to call it good, because we are going to run out of room in this binder. All right, number 4 is this one. We do need to do some work on this one. What if we just wrap it up with this? Let's see if we can make it work. All right, color by number. We have all 4s. We have 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. I think that's our even amount there. $24 divided by 4 means we need to do 6 blocks. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to color in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one's going to be a big saver. Someone pointed out that I had marked $1 each, and then I changed my mind and basically did it as the number in the block. And that is true. I did change my mind on that. And I'm kind of excited to see the outcome of this one, because it's going to be such a huge save. But thanks for catching that. You could do this however you want. Any of these games, you can do however works for your budget, right? Like, you get to make the rules, and that's pretty awesome. We don't have to follow rules when it comes to our own budgets. The only thing we need to make sure we're doing is being consistent and, you know, taking responsibility for our decisions. So no one's going to do it perfect. No one's going to do it how the next person does it. And that's okay. Just as long as you're taking care of your money and doing what works for you. All right, so $24 going into this one. That leaves, and this is why we were leaving Little Cow alone, that leaves our Festive Lights with $3, which is a blue color. So we're going to also color in that blue over there. And this one doesn't like to dry very fast, so I don't like to smoosh it until it's had a second. This will allow us to not have a IOU, which we don't like to have, especially on these ones that we're not able to get to every week. That's just no fun. So going back to number 5, Festive Lights. Again, we're not counting any of this until we are done with the whole book, and we will get to make it a fun day of counting through how much we saved with Rock's budgets for Christmas. I'm excited for that. And we're getting very, very close. Aren't we? We're getting very, very close. So that is exciting. All right. I'm going to get all my mess put up. Try to be responsible about that. We can put this book away until hopefully next week, when we can maybe get some of this other challenges. Maybe we can wrap it up by the end of November. I'm going to shoot for that, guys. It does make sense to me. But we're going to have to see how the budget works out. It's really not up to me at this point. But that's my goal. All right. I'm going to speed you up while I put all of this away, and then we will wrap up the video. All right. As you can see, binder is getting very thick because we haven't been condensing or really counting much. So I'm getting very excited to count that. I'm sure there's a lot of ones hiding in there. Okay, so that's going to wrap up our weird Mod Podge of videos for this week. We'll be titling this Christmas Savings, but we did take care of our emergency fund and our month ahead as well in this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give me a like and a comment down below. I'm going to wrap this up and head out to the hospital. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and a great week in the next week. Our next video will be the Mini Mondays and our Tiny Tuesdays as usual, so be looking for those. If you haven't and you're willing to, I would love to have you as a subscriber. Love to have you along for the journey. We are working really hard to hit a huge goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I don't know if we'll be able to do it, but we're sure going to try. And I will be throwing those freebies out for you along the way. So again, I hope you all have a great one. Hang in there, and I'll see you in the next one.